Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome to another Throne of Eldraine ranked draft here on the channel. Before I dive in, I briefly want to remind you that if you enjoy this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you want to join our community here on YouTube. Click that bell so you don't miss any future videos. Leave a comment in the comment section down below if you do have any questions. And if you would like to support the channel directly, you can do so via the Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Get access to a ton of cool rewards in the process. Be sure to check that out and support the channel and my content directly. If you are going to be buying cards, you can use the affiliate link for TCG Player in the comments, pinned comment down below and in the description to give back to the channel as well when you're buying cards for whatever deck you might need in a post-OCO world. Okie doke. We have opened our pack and we are confronted with a very tough choice right off the bat. Witch's Vengeance and Bacon to a Pie. This is one of those debates. Witch's Vengeance can be a solo board wipe in the right situation, usually naming Knight, just completely wrecking your opponents. But Bacon to a Pie, always a solid choice. Slaying Fire and Lock Dragon are also very strong uncommons. I think I would take Slaying Fire over the Lock Dragon pack one pick one just because it's a little bit more flexible. Though I would probably consider Clockwork Servant over both of them just because it's going to go into any deck I draft and be quite good. This is a really tricky pick. So let's first decide whether or not we would take Bacon to a Pie over Witch's Vengeance. I think those cards are better than all of these three, but it is still close. I think Bacon to a Pie is going to end up being better. It's unconditional removal at instant speed and fuels food synergies, whereas Witch's Vengeance only is like a little bit more narrow. Sure, it can nab like the occasional, like you can name Dragon and name a Lock Dragon, or you can name like Gnome. Why is this a gnome? Dang, I never knew that. Well, now you know, folks. You can name like Human if you want to kill that without killing some of your other knights, maybe. But it's very tricky to find a situation where this is going to be insane, I think. I kind of want to try it out, though. I think it's a really close pick, and since this is a rare, so we don't get to see it very often, I'll take the Witch's Vengeance so that we can all see how it plays out together. I think this card versus the other ones is... This one's just a little bit more powerful, and I'm willing to take a slight hedge on just taking the Witch's Vengeance, even though I'll only play it if I'm a heavy black deck. The Clockwork Servant is going to make any deck I play, but it will be a lower impact overall. That's a very close pick, though. Whew. And now we get to see all of this beautiful artwork. Really awesome stuff. But what is the pick? The rare is missing, so we don't get a super clear signal here. Mysterious Pathlighter is a very strong uncommon, and I'm leaning towards just taking that. I think Flax Intruder is only really good if you have Lucky Clover. Of the commons, I think Rosethorn Acolyte and Merchant of the Veil are the best two, but Mysterious Pathlighter can definitely fuel a deck all by itself, and we'll be looking to pick up adventure creatures a little bit later. Ooh, doke. Now, following up a Mysterious Pathlighter, the only, the best black card in the pack, I think, is Smitten Swordmaster over Barrow Witches. Smitten Swordmaster does work well with Mysterious Pathlighter and Witch's Vengeance, which is kind of neat. In the uncommons, there's a Mad Ratter, which is mostly like a blue-red gold card. Like if you only played this in blue-red, you would be doing it correctly most of the time. But you can sometimes fit it into a black-red deck if you have some golden eggs and like Forever Youngs, or really sometimes just red deck can support it with like some of the red card draw. But a lot of the time, this is a blue-red gold card. There is a Merfolk Secret Keeper, but we don't really want to be taking that. We're kind of on a what's it called, boycott of Secret Keeper playing, because out of respect from our opponents mostly. In this spot, I kind of want to take the Swordmaster, kind of keep me on track to play this Witch's Vengeance. Of the commons, I think Swordmaster and Jousting Dummy are the closest to here. I think Brimstone Trebuchet is probably a card I would like a little bit more than Swordmaster, but I do like taking the Swordmaster to try it out in this potentially black-white Adventures deck. Even if I end up off of white, the Smitten Swordmaster can still do good work. And, yeah. Mad Ratter is a good card, but only in very specific decks, so I like taking this Smitten Swordmaster here, seeing what it presents itself. And now there is a 2-in-Veil Treefolk. Wow, this is sweet art. There's a Garenbrig Paladin. This is probably the best common in the pack. Garenbrig Paladin. The uncommons are nothing special. Garenbrig Paladin would require a bit of a movement off of my first two colors, but I wouldn't mind playing a white-green Adventures deck. There's also a Brimstone Trebuchet, but I'd rather have Garenbrig Paladin than that. And I'd rather have Garenbrig than 2-in-Veil. I think Giant Skewer is only really good if you have a Cauldron Familiar, and then it's like an okay combo. But you don't really see Cauldron Familiars all that often. I think we'll just take the Garenbrig Paladin here. It's just the best card in the pack. And I'm not going to miss any of these other cards if I do end up in their color. So this is about where you get a Steelclaw Lance and be like, okay, black-red might be where I'm supposed to be. I don't have a red card yet, but this is like, since I'm relatively likely to be black, it works really well with the Smitten Swordmaster. And then I could maybe get Lost Legion back. I don't think that would happen. There's also an outflank if I wanted to commit back towards white. There's a Forever Young. I think I'm just supposed to take the Steel Claw lands here, though, and move more towards a black-red deck. If I end up in black-red and missing this, I'm going to really be in bad shape. And, oh man, moving back towards white-black. There's another good green card. This is a really late out muscle, I will say. I think Flutterfox is going to be hard to facilitate. We do need to get 2 drops, but at the same time, we also need to get our colors sorted out. Out muscle is a very strong card. We could just play like a green-white adventures deck, a green-black deck. We couldn't play the Steel Claw Lance then. I don't really like taking the egg here. I think this is a pick where I'm going to really want at least one of these cards. There's still a Rosethorn Acolyte in the pack. I think I'm seeing green signals here. This is a very late out muscle. It's one of the best green commons. And I did just get a pretty late Garenbrig Paladin. Like, not insanely late, like 2 picks ago, but that was a pack that had another good green card, I think, as well. Or at least playable green card, if I recall correctly. I think the pick here is between Forever Young, Out Muscle, and then a little bit Flutterfox, but I don't think we're going to end up in a Pathlighter deck, so I'm just going to take the Out Muscle here, take a little bit of a gamble on green, see what happens. Now I can take a Silverflame Squire, move back towards a white-green deck. I have a lot of options on the table by making this pick. The Witch's Oven is more committal towards a green-black food type deck, but I think that the Silverflame Squire is a really nice hedge back towards Mysterious Pathlighter, potentially playing a green-white adventures deck, so I'm going to take that. And now late Shepherd of the Flock. This is a really late signal and could really push me into a white deck. We stayed super open this draft. Late for Boding Fruit, we'll pick that up. Keeping our options very open here. Blue is the only color we're nowhere near playing. I think we'll just take a True Love's Kiss. We might main deck 1 copy of that. There's also potential to pick up a Crashing Drawbridge, but I'm much more happy just getting 1 True Love's Kiss to main deck. Late Jousting Dummy, we'll almost always be able to play that. Signpost Scarecrow could make the cut. Now we just get another combat trick. Okie doke. So after pack 1, we are in an interesting spot. We did early pick this Witch's Vengeance early and the Smitten Sword Master like 3rd pick. So black did not seem overly open that pack. I think we're most likely to end up in a green-white adventures deck right now. And in that deck, Ardent Tactician would be very good. We aren't really looking to play red. Our only red card is this card, which only works if we're playing black, which we've already kind of decided not to play. So we're not going to be looking for Circara. Ardent Tactician is incredible in the aggressive white decks. It's an adventure to go with our Mysterious Pathlighter and any other adventure synergies. Maybe we can get lucky and wheel Silverflame Squire, or at the very least wheel Garenbrig Squire. All the Squires. But I think that this card's definitely more important for the deck than Clockwork Servant, so we're going to just snap it up. And now, an Order of Midnight got passed to us, but again, black did not seem overly open, and we do have a couple of solid green cards. Not like insanely important for the deck, but Out Muscle's a nice little addition. The question is, do we want to just take Fireborn Knight and then commit to a like mono white deck that maybe splashes red for a card? That's the real question, because Out Muscle is not as good when you're not getting the counter. Like, it's still a solid card, but my creatures aren't going to be overly big. I could also just take a Silverflame Squire, get another adventure. I think that's the real pick, is between these 3. I don't think Scald and Cauldron's correct, and I don't think the adventure creatures that aren't in green or I don't think anything to pick there. Silverflame Squire might wheel, according to what I've noticed about the bots. Oh man, we only have 2 green cards, and they really want us to be kind of heavy green. I think we're going to take the Fireborn Knight and see how that works out. I think Out Muscle might not end up being that good in our deck. We're not going to miss a second one if we're not going to be able to trigger Adamant on it consistently. And this is looking like a 10-7 or even an 11-6 mana base. So these cards are looking dubious in our deck. So let's just take the Fireborn Knight and see how that works. And now we can pick up a Fairy Guide Mother. Really nice pickup here. Unfortunately, we're not in Reality Smasher territory, but it's nice to get a aggressive 1-drop. Keeper of Fables is a house. I think we got to take that and maybe abandon the Fireborn Knight plan. Oh, man. There's also just a Trapped in a Tower to keep us mono white. This is a really close pick. This card's not like the most aggressive. This card's really good, but this is double green as well, which is hard to cast. This is tricky. This is so tricky. I really just want to take Trapped in a Tower here, because Keeper of Fables seems like it's going to hurt my mana too much. Oh my gosh, this is a really tricky pick. I think it's mostly between Keeper and Trapped. I don't think Silverflame Squire is on the right level to be considered picking here. Oh man, this is a really tricky pick. Real tricky. It's kind of like whether or not I will keep the Fireborn Knight. I think we're going to hedge and like potentially have green cards in the deck. And then like if mono white works out, we'll be fine anyway, probably. And now we're not going to be wanting the Wildwood Tracker. Let's just take the Guide Mother over the Youthful Knight. And now we pick up a Prized Griffin. Another Guide Mother. You can just get Guide Mothers like they're going out of style. Quadruple Guide Mother. I think the fourth Guide Mother versus the first Jousting Dummy is kind of an interesting... The second Jousting Dummy. We'll just take another Guide Mother. And now another Silverflame Squire over a 2-in Tree Folk. Our mono white deck is going to be just fine. Oh my gosh, Outmuscle Wield. Maybe it's not as much of a signal as I thought. Yeah, we're just going to take another Silverflame Squire here. I would love another Adventure Payoff. Like, not Garenbrick Squire, but a different one. Oh my gosh, mono white payoff. Our Castle Ardenvale will always control the plains, and we'll be able to make humans. Humies. Really not a great pack for us. I mean, we could take the castle and try to live that mono white dream. We're not really going after a Knight of the Keep. That'll wheel. We don't really need the Grange to prioritize. 2-in Tree Folk's an interesting option. I think I'm just going to take the land, though, because it's going to make our deck 100% and be, like, marginally better than a basic land. So, now we can take... We could take Spinning Wheel, but that's not really what our deck wants. I think Idyllic Grange will wheel, though, so we can probably speculate on this. It's just never something we're going to want to play. Let's just take the Grange. Where were you when I needed you, Yorvo? Pack 1. We'll just take the Ardenvale Tactician, pretty much the best card for our deck ever. Always happy to get those. Now there's an Outflank, there's a Tree Folk. I think our mono white deck is looking quite strong. I think we'll just get the Outflank. We have so many creatures. And now a Youthful Knight. Yeah, there's nothing really for us. Other than that, there's a couple red cards. There's another Idyllic Grange. Fairy Guide Mother number 5. Or Hengewalker number 1. How many 3-drops do we have? 1, 2, 3. 3. I think we could just take the first Hengewalker and then just give up on the green. Like, Keeper's good, but having consistent mana is going to be really good for our deck. And we do want a 3-mana 3/3, I think. Now there's a Scalding Cauldron for a little bit of removal. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-drops already, and getting a little removal is really good for our deck because we don't really have any currently. Tournament Grounds doesn't do anything for us, so I guess we'll just take the equipment. Now the Idyllic Grange came back, perfect. Perfect. Silverflame Ritual is a great addition to the deck. Did we get their unplayables? I'm not sure. We have like 3 lands in the main deck, so... Oh, man. Scarecrow getting in there. Oh, man. We almost got there. I think it's better than playing a second color still. Our deck is very straightforward. Just play creatures, get in there. Yeah, we have a lot of planes. I don't think the green splash is worth it. Like those 2 cards versus getting access to 2 Granges. Perfect mana for casting all of our spells and a Fireborn Knight. I guess if we give up Fireborn Knight, a True Love's Kiss, like let's see. If we give up those 3 cards, we can get access to this card, and this card. And the 7/10. No, we wouldn't play the Granges then. Maybe this is just better. We were so close to getting there on the mono white Dream. This card is so good with the Silver Flame Squires we have. Oh, it feels so bad not to have perfect mana for this deck with the 2 Art Veils and the Silver Flame Ritual, but I think this build is a little bit better. We don't really want the Henge Walker at this point, do we? Yeah, this is sad. Things went downhill for the hero of this story. Yikes. I guess it's these two, but then we would lose Keeper and an Out Muscle. This is such a tricky build. So like, this is the 2 options we're considering. And then we'd have to play an extra, where is it? Yeah, there it is. We get to play those 2 in that. That's build number 1. We have a lot of 4-drops that are kind of mediocre. 2 True Love's Kiss, which I don't love. But we do have perfect mana. Let's start with this deck, and then once it loses, we'll switch to the other one. I kind of want to try this one out. But yeah, this is our mono white deck. We'll see how it does, and I'll check back in with you during the matches. Welcome. We get a great opening hand. 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop. We can even True Love's Kiss our own Scalding Cauldron. The power. Oh, target acquired. Target acquired. Next turn we can play the Guide Mother. Hello, Dr. Silly Scopes. That's a lot of zeros. I mean O's. No way am I attacking. What am I blocking? Oh no. I'm scared. Yeah, our mono white deck is interesting. It kind of didn't get there as much as I was hoping. I just had to kill the Innkeeper there. I don't have really much removal, but I can't really beat the card advantage that well, I don't think. There's a relatively high number of green adventures. I don't know. Okay, perfect. So now we'll play our Guide Mother. Block here. If they go for a combat trick like a Garenbrig Carver, we can blow them out with our outflank, even though it strands our True Love's Kiss. Oh no, they have... Jeez, it's so close. Okay, pass the damage. I really want to draw another land. Skullknocker Ogre, eh? Well, we can kill that with our outflank. We can True Love's Kiss this. We can kill it with our outflank if we play something. Kind of want to tap this, untap, tap 2 of their guys, untap 1 of our other guys. We shall tap this guy and this guy. And then we'll force them to use their mana. Our True Love's Kiss gets a lot worse, but now that we have this as a mana sink, it doesn't really matter as much. And also they'll make us discard it with their Skullknocker Ogre. So we're almost at the point where we can outflank this. You can double block this guy. Oh no. That was not great. Oh no. That was not the card we wanted to discard. So we have those two to block there. Man, I wish I could give this thing double strike and then pump it once. So I'm going to double block there, block there. They'll get rid of my True Love's Kiss, I'll draw another card, and then I have my Castle Arden Veil to stabilize me. Dang, that was so close to me killing them. I have a feeling I'm dead. That joust was really irritating. Also, them getting rid of my outflank really wrecked me. Wait. Oh, it doesn't have trample. Well, I'm bad. That's literally the first time I played against Skullknocker Ogre. I think I would have blocked with the Guide Mother and just chumped it if I'd known. Or I would have just gone chump chump. Well, I lose. Yeah, that was fairly bad all around. Not thinking this had trample really wrecked me, because if I had known, I would have won the game. Dang it. So basically what I should have done, if I had realized that didn't have trample, I would have chumped. I would have had my 2/3 double striker out, and then the next turn I would have given my 2/3 double striker flying and pumped it once and then killed them. So I could have won that game, but I messed it up. Yeah, so I messed that up. Yeah, sorry about that, and I'll see you in the next round. We're playing with the mono white deck again because I only lost that first game because I punted. Because I misread the card, which is a thing that happens. I've never played against the Skullknocker before, but still kind of a terrible mistake. I could have killed them as I described. White, black, A. I'm fine trading there. Fireborn Knight plus Grange is a nice combo. I hope they can't kill it. Huzzah! That worked out. I do not think opponent expected that to be how it went. We all make mistakes, though, as evidenced by that last game where I didn't know what Skull Knocker Ogre did. That cannot block. Oh, the sacrifices I am making here. Oh, nice. I get to play my 2/4 Vigilance. My deck definitely has some clunkers in it. Oh, just you wait, opponent. When you trap me in a tower, then you'll see. Opponent is in bad shape. I can kill their Pathlighter, maybe. I don't really care about the Order of Midnight. I kind of want to save this for their Arden Veil Tactician. Oh, I really screwed that up. I needed to kill this last turn so their Arden Veil Tactician wasn't be a 4/4. Oh dear. I'm not playing my best, shall we have it known. Well, that was a fantastic draw. I don't know why I did that extra pump. There's no card they could have for 1 mana that messes up with that plan. Boom! Got the win. That's what our deck was trying to do. And I'll see you in the next round. Scarecrow going the distance. Hello, and welcome to the 3rd round. We are on the draw. We're going to keep this hand. We always draw our Fireborn Knight. He's like, see, you were right to put me in your deck. Oh no. I actually kind of wanted to draw those planes. Yikes! Silverflame Squire. Wow, both on top. Oh yes, it all goes according to our plan, to our will. Haha. They have milled a lot of lands. Which is good for me, I guess. Chipping in for damage. I like it. I respect it. We're going to deploy this threat because if they have a counterspell, they'll counter this instead of countering our adventure card. That's the hope, at least. I mean, they're holding up counter magic, so we're not going to play our Silver Flame Squire into the maw like that. Yep, that's what we expected. We have lost a good chunk of lands here. But we can't, like, wonder what we're going to draw. We have to just draw what we end up drawing. Definitely just going to get this guy into play. Booyah. If they have a So Tiny or something, we can True Love's Kiss that. But this guy can attack through really well, so that's good. Oh. Yikes. That's not good for us. There was a lot of silence there as I waited for what they were going to do, and that is not what I wanted to see. But at least they're tapped out, so if I draw a land, I can get my Griffin down. Otherwise, I can get a guaranteed Silver Flame Squire. I will say Fireborn Knight has been quite good. Like, it doesn't look like much, but it's just a fantastic card. You know, the best draw would be Idyllic Grange. Get that counter onto my Fireborn Knight. Oh, that would be glorious. Opponent taking their time with their scry, as is their right. 3 on top, you've got to be kidding me. They have scryed all to the top. What an absolute legend. So he can get in for 8 damage if I pump this guy and then just outflank the Overwhelmed Apprentice. I kind of like that. Bam. Take that, opponent. It is a lot of damage. And they're never attacking me, so outflank is always just going to be used as a tool to get rid of a blocker. They kept every card on top. How are they... They take so long to make all their choices. Oh gosh. The pure greed. Ooh, that could be quite spicy. That would be 4-8. That's like lethal in a couple turns. So they could have up So Tiny, they could have up Outflank. If they So Tiny it, I'm going to totally attack. Oh. No! I cannot believe it did me like that. I was going to untap him so I could attack. Well, that's dumb. Oh, that's so dumb. Well, maybe it was for the best, because it wants me to draw a land and then Fairy Guidemother plus Silverflame Squire for lethal. Because that's 12 damage exactly. So I guess getting that combo off is probably worth it. The magic gods know what is best for me, clearly. It even beats a Charmed Sleep, which is really great. I guess now that they have Ardenvale Tactician, if they play that, it doesn't beat that. So that's something to keep in mind. For sure. Come on, land. One land. I'm looking up. All I need is land. Maybe the opponent... Why would you... That just doesn't make any sense. Why would you play that instead of... What are the spices of our deck? Our deck is mono white Benito 69. Why would you play Ardenvale instead of the Unicorn? I am confused. If this way, if they have So Tiny... It looks like they have Runaway together. I kind of want to get this guy back down so I can have this lethal threat of just combining these two cards to win. Combo style. Like end of turn, tap down your Tactician with my Tactician and then kind of crush him. Okay. Okay. They don't have Counterspell up. They do have Runaway Together up. I'm not going to go too fancy here. Now we can just deploy our prized Griffin. Oh, go for the So Tiny opponent. See what happens. Oh, no. I have 12 cards. I'm safe. Oh my goodness. They're going to mill me, play Shepherd of the Flock. I'm going to top deck. What do I want to top deck? I don't have a way to kill Ardenvale Tactician anymore, do I? I have my own Ardenvale Tactician, maybe? Oh, I have 2 copies of Ardenvale Tactician still. Perfect. My opponent has done all this milling with 1 Secret Keeper and an Overwhelmed Apprentice. I will say, True Love's Kiss has been basically a blank. Oh. Well, that's fun. Oh, it still has... Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! This has flying. This gained a power. So if I tap these 2 down, give this flying, that's lethal. Using their own Archon against them. Boom! I can't believe we got that win. Oh my gosh, Harmonious Archon, we top decked the perfect answer. And that is why Art Investigation is a good card. Because he just wins you games to nowhere. I guess Fire Guide Mother did that as well. Pretty cool win, and I'll see you in the next round. Welcome to round 4. We're going to keep this hand. It's fantastic. This jousting dummy is going to be quite large, shall we say. Or maybe we'll make this Signpost Scarecrow big. Hard to say. Da-da-dee. A nice little 2-for-1 is exactly what I wanted. Hooray. Oh my gosh, everything is lining up just as I foresaw. Scarecrow in mono white? Yeah, we don't have enough playables, Benito. We're actually playing 2 Scarecrows. Our deck is not the greatest. We're playing a couple Scarecrows as like our worst couple cards. We've got just some clunkers, but we needed creatures. Oh god. Embereth Shieldbreaker, that was an ouch. He's looking pretty solid right here, though. I must say. Embereth Shieldbreaker completely dominated me. I got a 2-for-1 on their guy, and then they got a 2-for-1 right back. This hand would look a lot better if one of these lands was a Castle Ardenvale, I'll tell you that much. They could have pinged me, but they chose not to. This is shaping up. They can trade, I don't mind. Even though I'm going to have a Silver Flame Ritual. So whatever they give unblockable to, I will kill. So I get to kill that. That's unfortunate, but better that than my Scarecrow. My Scarecrow is like my biggest threat here. Oh man, that was a brutal Blacklands Paragon, not gonna lie. So I should be at 14. Oh, thank goodness. So they'll block. Yeah, let's just wait. Get our flyer into play. Well, that was disgusting. The Embereth Shieldbreaker just happens to wreck my deck, and I drew 10 lands, so happens. Oh man, rough. Hello, we're sticking with mono white, and we have a stellar hand featuring our friend Mysterious Pathlighter and some adventures, and of course the Signpost Scarecrow, because why not? Not every deck goes perfectly. We have the Double Strike guy, and the Mysterious Pathlighter is pretty good in our deck. We have 2 Arden Veil Tacticians, 4 Guide Mothers, 3 Silver Flame Squires. We have a lot of, like, just good cards, but, like, no, like, absurd bombs. Sometimes you just don't open absurd bombs, so you just work with what you got. Having to play 2 of this card is quite poor as well. We kind of already have uses for our mana for a while, so we'll just get this guy down. You should never put these 2 cards in the same deck. Pro tip. It's not going to work out the way you want. Ouch. Whew. The Scarecrows do kind of suck, I will say. Gosh darn it. Could I buy a vowel? Honestly, I wish I had just a bartered cow to play over a signpost scarecrow. Maybe I could have picked one up. That would have been good. I have some green cards, but I just didn't think it was worth hurting my mana when I have so many white cards. Delay for chat is very long. Good to know. Not much I can do about it at this point. Oh, justice. Get wrecked. Oh. Pay adamant. What else am I going to pay? I have no other way to pay. It's like 15 seconds. It's usually like between 5 and 10, so 15 seconds is not actually that unreal. Okay. Log naughty, I see. La-da-da-dee. Both of us have drawn 8 lands. Oh, God, the brutality. Oh, that's so bad for me. If I block like this, they can not kill all my stuff. Even if they use the Bog Naughty Food to hit something. Oh, they actually can kill all my stuff if they use the Bog Naughty Food. But this way they do have to use the Bog Naughty Food, so that's something. Yup. And this 4/3 was going to be irritating. Maybe I should have waited because I could draw Silver Flame Ritual or something. Four, five, six. Yeah, let's just keep up double activation. I do have 2 more Fairy Guide Mothers in my deck. So, like, Fairy Guide Mothering up something is not out of the question. Oh my gosh, this is a nightmare scenario. No blocks. I know they're going to kill it with their stupid food token. Yeah, I'm so dead. I don't think I can ever win this game. Oh, 36 seconds is a lot longer than 15 seconds. Oh yeah, we're totally dead. Yeah, GG opponent. This Bog Naughty just wrecked me. Ouch. Our deck just can't win when we draw 9 lands. Like, their deck can, but ours just doesn't have the value necessary. Ouch. Well, it was a good attempt. It was a good attempt indeed. Ouch. Well, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, as they say. We ended up going 2 and 3 with this deck. But, I mean, and it was kind of a bad deck, not going to lie, but you got to take the good with the bad. I don't think the idea was fundamentally off, but maybe some things we could have done to execute better is, like, to fully commit to a mono white. Like, if we had taken the Trapped in a Tower, we would have had 1 extra playable instead of a Scarecrow. Having to play Scarecrow was a real detriment to our deck, and maybe it justified just jumping into green, because Keeper is definitely a very strong card. But Fireborn Knight, 2 Idyllic Ranges, and having perfect mana for our Guide Mothers was very tempting to me, so always interested to see what you would think. Could have definitely dipped into green for Keeper, Garenbrig Paladin, and an Out Muscle, in which case our deck would have been had a little bit better individual cards, but been less consistent. So interesting to see what you guys would have done if you did make it all the way till the end of the video. In the comment section down below, let me know by leaving hashtag #MonoWrecked instead of mono white, so mono wrecked, because we did get kind of wrecked in this draft. If you did enjoy the video, remember to hit that thumbs up button. Remember, not every draft can go perfectly. I am human just like everybody else, and so yeah, be kind in the comment section. If you would like to support the channel directly, you can do so via the Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Check out the stream, twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas if you want to catch the action live. And if you are going to be buying cards, you can use the affiliate link in the comments and in the pinned description, in the description in the pinned comment to buy cards. So yeah, that is going to do it for the draft video. I do want to take a brief moment to thank my patrons that support at the credits level. I really do appreciate you guys, and I appreciate patrons that support at any level, but the credits level is really a big deal, and I appreciate it. That's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.